Good morning and welcome to the new year 2021. After having a tough situation of Corona COVID-19, we have come across a new beginning, that is a new year 2021. So at the very outset, at the very beginning of my session today, I would like to bid you a disease-free, a very good, happy, prosperous 2021. Okay, so we already have discussed on many points, and this class that I am going to take today, that I am going to conduct today, is for the first year students, and also it will be helpful for the students who are in second year now at present, staying at home hopefully, and you are watching my class sitting in your home. So for them, I would like to say something. My topic of the today's discussion is that we have already mentioned about what the syllabus are. So now we are in the process of completing our writing part of first paper, and after completing first paper we will go to the second paper writing items. So already in my previous classes I discussed on what the writing test items are included in our syllabus. So today, as part of the syllabus, I would like to discuss on story writing. That's very important, and story writing will consist of 7 marks. So out of 7, it is possible to get 6 if your story writing is well furnished, if your story writing is to the point, or if your in one word, if your story is standard, then you will be awarded 6 marks or out of 7. No problem whatsoever to get 6 marks. So you need to focus on some basic points of a story. Whenever you will go to write down the story, you need to know the elements of a story. What are the elements? Okay. So here today I have designed the board mentioning what are the basic components of a good story, of a well neat story, I had better speak. Okay. Then, so may I, as usual, may I call upon you to please have a look on the board. Here on the top of the board I have written story, short story writing. Sorry, the marks will be 7, not 5. Here is a correction for you. The marks 7 marks. Okay. So how many points a story has? First you need to give a title of your story. This title will come automatically. You will feel no pressure to put any title, because title is up to you. You have to choose the title of the story, the name of the story in one word. Suppose a boy and a farmer and his cat, like this. Okay, then the body. So how you will progress, how you will develop your story, that is called body, and in the end, that is in moral. The pathok, the readers, the audience will get a moral lesson of the story. Okay, so you need to be very much careful about designing the story according to this sequence: title, body, and moral. Then come here. What I have written? Plot. The story should have a plot. Okay, the plot. In the plot, you will employ the characters. You will use the place. You will mention the the happenings, the action of the works of the characters, like this, and then rising action. Your story will develop, your story will rise up. Okay, and the story will reach to the top, that is on climax. This is the final effect of the story, and after this climax the story will come to an end. Then this part is called anticlimax, or from this total story the reader will get a moral lesson. What will get? A moral lesson. Okay, from the story. So this is the ultimate goal of a story, to focus on a moral lesson. So you need to very technically write down the moral of the story. Okay, that's all about the general division or general components of story. Then look here in the right hand corner, left hand corner, I had better say, from that direction. That is 8-point story, very interesting indeed. First it is stasis, then trigger, then quest, then surprise, then critical choice, then climax, then reversal, and last the resolution, that is the moral. Okay, that's what the components of the stories are. I have written the basic 8 points here, and I have write down the main points, title, body and moral, and general points, you know, the plot, that is the rising action, climax, and last of all the moral and anticlimax. So in the anticlimax section, the reader will get the moral of the story. Okay, so thank you very much. That's all about the design, that all about the general structure of the story. Okay, so now let's go into a story. Have you got the point here? So please have a screenshot of the board. Please have a screenshot of the board so that you can read it, okay, after my class. So can I take the opportunity to clean the board now? Okay, I am cleaning the board. I'm cleaning the board, and I'm going to set up a story here. Suppose like this: a farmer was working in his paddy field alone. Paddy field alone. Suddenly he saw a snake. Okay, this is how the question giver will put you to write down a story. This is an unfinished one. So what will you have to do? You have to finish it on, and by adding a very suitable title so that you can get good marks, so that you can acquire 6 or 6.5 out of 7. So it is very important to design the story. So that's why what I have written: if a farmer was working in his paddy field alone, suddenly he saw a snake. Here I have written the stasis. You know, I have given the identity of a farmer, the place, time, one day. A farmer was working. Okay. A snake. So here I would like to complete up by adding one thing: snake lying on the soil. Okay, then so this is the stasis, that is the beginning of the story. And what is the trigger? Trigger means rising action. So okay, I would like to start the story in this way. Then the snake, snake rose up and advanced to the farmer. The farmer became frightened. The farmer was finding out a way so that he can rescue himself, so that he could rescue himself from the situation in which he was possibly to be attacked by the snakes. So farmer was in a very sad condition. The farmer was in deep sorrow. Okay. And he wanted to have a relief. He wanted to rescue himself from the situation. So this is the stasis. And trigger means the rise of the story. The farmer saw the snake. The farmer was trembling with fear. The farmer was sweating. This is the trigger. The story was rising up. Okay. And then quest. What was the farmer's quest? Farmer was wanted to get rid of the situation. That is, he wanted to have help from others or by himself. So he was in tension as to how he will rescue himself from the situation. That is what the quest. And then surprise happened. Farmer had a pet dog. You know what? The pet dog. And the dog came in the middle of the field all on a sudden, and it was a surprise to the farmer, because the dog was very favorite to farmer. Then what? Then surprise, then critical choice. What the critical choice is here? Farmer and the snake. A snake is the enemy to the farmer, and you know, and the dog is very much favorite to the farmer. So will the farmer involve the dog with the fighting of the snake, or will the farmer take the help of the dog to fight back the snake, or the farmer will go back to his home taking his dog? Okay, this is the critical choice the farmer had to make right at this particular situation. Okay, so what farmer did? Farmer just, you know, engaged the dog in fighting with the snake. That is, there was a battle between the snake and the pet dog, and in the end the dog won and farmer got the victory. Farmer went back to the home. So this was the climax, that the farmer's dog and the snake was in fighting. That is the climax of the story. And reversal, what? The result of the climax. The dog won, and what? And farmer happily went back to the home, taking the dog with him. This is the reversal. This is the climax, and this is the result of the reversal. Okay, the reversal means the result of the climax. Then another thing happened. After 2 hours, after 3 hours, after reaching home, the dog of the farmer's dog got dead. Because why? Because the whole body of the dog was poisoned. While the dog was fighting with the snake, then by chance the dog was bitten by the poisonous snake, and that is why the whole body of the dog got poisoned, and suddenly the dog fall down dead. So that was the destiny and of the dog, and it will come as reversal, that is after climax. And then what? The resolution. What will be the resolution? The resolution is that the decision is that the farmer has got a very important lesson, that is dog is very faithful. Dog is a very faithful animal. So what can you write down as the name of the story? Devotion of dog, faithfulness of dog. Faithfulness, faithfulness of a dog. Or you can write down the devotion of a dog to his master. Okay, in this way you can name the story. So I think it has become clear. In my next class I will give you the examples of other stories so that it can be much more clear to you. Whatever confusion you have, I think it will be removed in the progresses of my class hereafter. So till then, I would like to end my class here, and I would like to bid you a big thanks, and hopefully you will be attending my classes and get the real touch of development. Thanks a lot.